Hello and welcome. Good evening. I know, it's 4 weeks and I'm still in the same place. I haven't gone anywhere. The boss ain't going to be too happy. In that case, we should get moving. No one coming? Cool. So this is the part 2 bit, if I do say even. This kind of job is right up my street. Nice long drive. Do a collection and then a nice long drive. So started off in Glasgow, just did a drop, as you may remember, and now we're going to head all the way down to very near London, a place called Chesham, and then once we've collected, turn it around and all the way back up to Glasgow again. What, 2 loads? That'll probably be all I get done this week. So what that is, yeah, it's going to be 3, 4, easily 4 or 5 days just to do those 2 runs. Which is the junction we want, not that one. This one, Carlisle, perfect. Turn the adaptive cruise control off, we don't need that. So we're going to get less and less traffic now as we head south. We go, crossed over, back into Cumbria, back into England, Scotland, 1 night only, there it goes. 2.5 hours left of the current driving stint, which will get me where? Preston's 97, so it's about an hour and a half. I might just about get past Manchester. So once this 2.5 hour stint's done, that'll be me for tonight. Get me 9 hours in, get up nice and early before the traffic kicks off, and crack on down to Chesham. Just gone past the turn-ins for Blackpool and Preston. Starting to get signs for Manchester now. I've got 3/4 of an hour of driving left. Looking like that's going to put me down somewhere near Lim truck stop. Services for trucks, or Lim truck stop as it's more commonly known. It's going to be squeaky even just to get here. I'm on 6 minutes of drive time remaining. Oh dear, this is looking full. That's not a good sign. What's going on here? If I park next to him, that ECM should be able to get out if it needs to. We happy? We parked. I should just be able to get out. There's a space over there next to that. Might be worth having a walk around. Right, we'll call that parked. Unless I can find somewhere around, like a space down there. I don't know if that's a space or not. I'll have a little wander round. See if I can see somewhere that's a bit more official than this. and then clock off. Where are we? 5:15 in the morning, 5:30, roughly. Cool. Yeah, not bad. Well, sorry about that. The old camera's died simultaneously. It's a weird thing. It's like they're plugged in, but the battery's drained still. It's weird. I don't know why. But yeah, it turns out I'm supposed to be collecting. Where am I? Am I in? Yeah. Wednesday, and tomorrow is Tuesday, and I can be there Tuesday. I have messaged them, but I haven't got or they haven't got back to me yet. So rather than have a 9-hour off, slog myself way down there, only to be told I don't need to get down there, I might as well have a lie-in, because this morning I had the 4 hours off, so I've had a split break. Therefore, despite doing a 15-hour day, it doesn't count as a 9-hour rest, so I might as well get 11 hours in, or maybe even a bit more. Catch up on sleep, get some decent rest, but for now, might as well have dinner. Morning! All good? Yeah. I needed that sleep. I'll do a bit more, I think, even. There goes the truck. There's still quite a few people here. The guy who parked up with me last night is still here. What's it now? 8:15. Get ready, leave by about 9 o'clock. That will get me down to this place somewhere around 2 o'clock. I still haven't heard anything yet whether I can go down there to collect, but if I aim for 2 o'clock, then I can just either park up for the day, have a nice short day today and park up, or go in there if they say that they are able to get all their gear ready and pack it on me today. Everything's good to go. Fire up the engine, get that warming up, get some air pressure back. And I have heard I'm not loading until tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, but they will allow me to park on site for the night. So that's free parking, which is always a bonus, and the fact that I'm on site, so yeah, I don't have to clock on and then drive to site. So yeah, I'll start the day, fresh card, full 15 hours, full 10 hours of driving, immediately once I'm on the loading bay, which is always a bonus, very nice to have. Oh, we don't need to wait for you, cut through here. So the only job that I have to do today is just drive the 4 hours or so down to Chesham, and that's it. 168 a litre for diesel. No thanks. No one coming, off we go. Cool. Get it up to speed, and that's us for the next 4 hours. Nice short day, should be done by about 2-3 o'clock at the very latest. And then I've got all afternoon just to faff about, do whatever. I smell burning rubber. There's some lines on the floor there. There's a truck just up ahead with its hazards on. Oh yes, burning rubber. Twizzled the car around and pushed it along the road. Cool. Junction 7 and 8. This is the one we want. 8 more specifically. Keep an eye out where the signs are. Hempstead, I think I want this one. So along here to the A41, turn right, and Chesham somewhere on the left. Ooh, someone's tyre's fallen off. That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, looks like we've got a magic roundabout situation. Will it be as iconic a shape as the one in Swindon? There's technically one in High Wycombe, it's 5 roundabouts, but it's... it doesn't look that amazing because the roundabouts are quite spread out. So you don't really notice it unless you're paying attention. It's a little bit bigger than the Swindon one. Off we go. No one coming. That car kind of got cut up. Turn right at this one. No one coming. Cool. And then turn left here. Come on, gearbox, before that truck goes. So it's about as uniform as the one in Swindon, but it's a bit like the High Wycombe one, it's a bit spread out. So you don't overly notice that it's there. So it doesn't look quite as crazy as it could in theory. Chesham. Cool. This is us. Just see that sign. It needs to be cut back really. Nice and slow now, keep an eye out for it, just in case it's not obvious, because some places can be a bit obscured or covert in their placement. Sometimes it's massively obvious and sometimes it's not. Is that the right way to go? Maybe not. It's hard to tell. Actually, I might try the other entrance. That one, it looks a bit narrow for my liking. Okay, road ahead closed. Access only. Nice, okay. I'll have to turn around somewhere and come back, because that's a bit on the small side. This roundabout's just about big enough. If we stick right to the outside, I should get the clearance for the wheels. There we go. Lovely. Cool. Easy. Head back up. Find somewhere nearby to park. If there's anywhere sensible, and then we can have a scout. Because that road does not look big enough to park a truck in and get another one past you. It's a nice straight road and it's fairly wide. Might be able to get away with a quick hop out and have a look round. Up in there possibly. Right, I'm going to pop out, have a quick look. This isn't really anywhere that I can stay long term. I just want to scout and make sure that this is the right place. Do not have high vis, not really. Yeah, see what it's all about. Right, yeah, it's a fair distance, but it is up there, yeah. Yeah, one guy's fully loaded, he's going to be coming out in a moment. The other one's just got in there. And there is room to fit me in there if needs be. So rather than waste time driving up the road just to come back, sit here, because that entrance in front of us is the only one to get in and out of. Because the road's angled in such a way that you can only approach it from this direction. So yeah, wait for him to come out, and then I can go in. There goes the other guy, or one of them. The other one's loading up, but now there's going to be plenty of space at least. on site for me. Swing it wide. Oh, no one coming. So down here, past this bush, a nice little squeeze. It's narrow, but all the angles are such that they account for how an Arctic would manoeuvre, so it's not super duper critically tight. If you're inexperienced, you probably crap yourself, but yeah, if you've been doing it a while, it's fairly easy, all that. There's the other guy just over there. I'm going to park on this corner, so I won't be able to get round past him, and probably give him a hand, and then find where I need to park up, because I'm staying here for the night. Oh, well, I'll give you a hand. You are, do work. Do work.
Welcome to the place.
Yeah. Other guy's done, so it's my turn now. If I can get around it. It's going to be a bit tight, isn't it? But the plan, back onto the bay. They're going to part load me tonight, then I can clock off. I'll turn up in the morning, and then I've got a completely fresh card straight away, and I can get from here all the way up to Glasgow in one hit. So this is me for tonight, parked up amongst the containers for the night. That's the warehouse down there that I'm loading. So I'm partially loaded this evening, right up to the ceiling and back about as far as there. So not a huge amount at the moment. The guys will be back about 7 o'clock in the morning. Reverse that little bit of distance there, back onto the bay, load up, and then I should be able to hit Scotland in one hit. So from Chesham all the way up into Glasgow on the one go. It might take at least 2 breaks, maybe at least 1, maybe 2. But yeah, this is me for tonight. Morning, how are you? It is 8 o'clock. We can turn around, there we go. Clock on. What do we want? Other work. Entry, driver 1, begin country, UK. Cool. Entry stored. Leave the menu, thank you. Get out, do my checks and check if these guys are ready to load. So the lights work. I'll go and do the rest of it. The doors are open, so they're quite clearly ready to load. I'll reverse it back onto the loading bay once I've finished doing the rest of my checks, and yeah, start loading up, or let them load up, and then head off to Glasgow. First job of the day. Go from this side to that side. So they finished loading around this side. I need to do some lights or some other stuff. There's loads of room around here to manoeuvre. Cool. There's a load of stuff coming out of that container there. Okay, cool. Keep it nice and tight, swing the front end out, point the back end towards the gap is the idea. Watching out for those diggers. And we're perfectly set up now. I thought that was my reversing bleeper then, but this is one. Straight down the middle, perfect. And then stop once we get close to the old bits and bobs. There's that bit done, easy. Carry on loading.
Whoa, boy. There's someone in there, right?
Not bad, hour and a half to get loaded. The Royal Mail van has moved, so I can get out here now. Couple of jobs to do this morning. The first one being getting out of here. According to one of the drivers yesterday, it's tighter to get out of here than it is getting in. So we'll see what it's like once we get round here. Just take all the corners as wide as possible, extract as much space as we can, and then once we get out of it, the next task will be stopping at the very first services we come across on the M1, because are we going to go up already? As lovely as this place is, and more importantly free, there are no facilities, and I would like to use some. Clear of that, stay right as far as possible. There's nothing down here, is there? Nope, cool. Get the trailer over this way as much as possible. That corner on that wall there could be a little bit on the fiddly side. No, I don't think it's too bad. Nowhere near as bad as some of the stuff Waitrose has. Loads of room, loads of room. Easy. And it's about the same getting in as it is getting out, or getting out as it is getting in. I could do with trimming back a little bit. Other than that, it's fairly easy in and easy out. You know what? There's services just here, so we'll use these ones. Is there a space? Or do I just have to dump it on a... there is a space. Cool. Is it big enough to fit in? Is another question. Don't know. I'll dump it on a parking bay or on a pump. This'll work. Squeeze through. There we go. 15 minutes. Everything's sorted. 4¼ hours to go. Let's see if we can get past where I started off yesterday. Was it Lim Truck Stop? If we can get past there, there's a fair chance I can get to Glasgow with only one break. M1, the north. That's what I want. So that's the signs for Lim Truck Stop. That's where I set off yesterday morning. I'm up here at about the same time as I took to get down there yesterday. just over 50 minutes to go. That should get me past Preston, up near Blackpool, which will easily get me within one stop of Glasgow. This one's looking pretty busy. All of that space off to the right is now out of use. Okay, we're not stopping here then. Luckily, I've got 24 minutes to find another spot. We want this lane. It's not a full-blown motorway services, so I don't know how well it'll accommodate a truck, but it is a services nonetheless, and it's the only one that I can reasonably get to. But I need to see if there's a space. If there's no parking, I might have to be a bit cheeky and sit on a fuel pump for half an hour. But needs must. I'll go have a wander inside and see what I can do or find. See if there's a toilet in there at the very least. Pretend to fill up with fuel maybe. Although I will need fuel to get back down, so I'm here. Oh, but I've still got to waste half an hour first. Why shut off the parking and not tell anyone? And then it's the driver that gets a fine. Oh, you should have planned your brakes better. Or tell us there's no parking then, and I can. Oh, never mind. It's too busy there, really. Unless I can now get on this end bit. Maybe, at a push, it's double yellows, but... Now you know what? I'm going to go to that place that I found. It's not too far away. I've got 10 minutes to get there. This is a two-way road. Turn in here. And on the end here is a little parking spot. Half an hour max, I think it says, and if I can make out Google properly. Unless they've changed it since then. 30 mins. There we go. Cool. Perfect. That's all I need. Cool. Half an hour done. Let's get rolling. Car's gonna have to let me go. Up to speed. Just merge on, and away we go for another 4.5 hours or just under 4. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. It'll be at least 4 hours, I would have thought. Back in Scotland again. Twice in 1 week. Well, I ain't sitting in that. To the back roads it is. Although, at the speed that this queue's moving, even the back roads are not looking particularly brilliant. I didn't realise there was this much traffic possible in Glasgow. City 804, no. M8 westbound, no. A81, yes. Oh, they've got a bit of a road blockage at the moment. Oh, he's moving, and he's moving. Okay. Is there a space for me? It would be ideal if there is. Looking.
Spaces.
No spaces.
What the hell took you?
What? I've run straight up.
2 hours to an hour and a half. There was a young lady keeping my spaces over there for you, but now that I've been down there trying to get those guys to move, somebody's going into it. There is space in front of Paul Mackey at the front.
Okay, I'll go up there then. It's getting a bit tight on space. Actually, we'll have that window down a bit because I want to reverse back a bit. Yeah. Well, there we go. We're parked up in the middle of Glasgow. That's a bit of an abrupt end there. Apologies about that. But me and the other guy that are here, he's waiting for me. So got parked up, clocked off, blah, 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 quickly whipped into town. A bit of a chit chat, and now we're back. So yeah, Chesham to Glasgow, 412 miles. I've clocked up. And I am third in the queue tomorrow, I think. So I've got one guy going in tomorrow morning, then the other guy who's parked behind me will go in second, and then me third, which will probably be about 9:30. But yes, it's getting towards 10 o'clock, so I'm going to have some dinner and then go to bed. So I'll see you in the morning. Morning! So apparently the first guy's on site, so we're still waiting. So this could be a long day, because it's all going to be handballed off 3 trucks. So get settled, eat some breakfast, and wait until I'm called, basically. We're making progress. First truck's done, second truck's halfway. I will make my way up and park in the road at least. Try and nab a space before it goes. So from this parking spot to where we need to be is pretty close. 10-15 minutes. Low bridge, 14'4", not a problem. And even more not a problem because this is my road. Is there a space? Cool. There's the other truck up ahead, getting unloaded. That'll do. Kind of. Second guy's done, but it is quite the manoeuvre to get out of it because you can't go forward. There's a 9'9" bridge. The only option is to reverse all the way out and onto the main road. We've got this guy here who's going to help. Get that car out the way, get him out the way. Truck's coming back. Ooh, is this a police officer? Someone who looks a bit more official. Good timing. Yeah, it is a police officer. Check that out. Yeah. 2 more and a police car. Look at that. How's your luck? Get the police to hold the traffic back. How's your luck? That's convenient. Boom. In just like that. Nice and easy. Well, I don't have a police escort. Not too bad. I thought they were all going for lunch then and not going to give me a hand. I was going to have a right job getting out. But yeah, they gave us a hand in the end, so all good. Just got to wait and see what comes back in terms of another job, or if I'm just running back south, because it is day 5 for me. It's also 10 to 1, so it might be worth parking back up where I was and having lunch before smashing it south. Reset the drive time, reset the work time, eat at a reasonable hour. It's a bit like Amsterdam, you have to look out for cyclists as well as cars and things. Missed that sign, missed the bollards, all good. How much space we got in front? Not a huge amount. I'll park it back where I started off this morning then. Before anyone parks behind me, we'll move back a bit and then I'll at least have space to get out still. Stick that on brake, have lunch. As predicted, a car has parked behind me, hence why I left the gap in front. And the possible job has turned up, but it's not confirmed yet, going down to Northampton. However, that wasn't really the point of this video. It was going from Glasgow down to Chesham, back to Glasgow. We've done that. I'm now parked up, just waiting to find out what to do next. And whilst I wait, I will bid you goodbye. And until next time, see you then!